There was a paper also published out of the Buck Institute pretty recently looking at the therapeutic plasma exchange. And they looked at about 30 biological age clocks, including the ones from True Diagnostic. And they saw like a 2.61 year reduction in the biological age clocks too. Again, probably not a huge surprise. Like we thought that, therapeutic plasma exchange, probably made a difference. It's a very popular procedure that is popping up in longevity clinics nowadays. But to have the data on that is super important because, again, it's hard to move these metrics. Like it's not as easy as people think, right? So to see a multi-year age reversal even within the TPE, I think really will push people to think or start to challenge, oh, I really do need to make changes to my lifestyle even to see a larger effect.
Yeah, and you're right. That makes sense that if you're unhealthy, you're going to see the biggest gains from really implementing any of the lifestyle or medication or supplemental things. And if you're already pretty healthy, you're going to see less of an impact because you're already pretty healthy and your rate of aging, pace of aging is lower.
Yeah, definitely. I think another cool one, we just had a healthcare provider email us about this one the other day. We ran kind of an internal analysis too. It's like lithium supplementation. It's interesting. Yeah, I just had a podcast go out talking about this with Dr. Gabriel Freeze. And he's out of Texas and he studies, suicidal behavior, other type of kind of neurocognitive issues happening in the brain and like schizophrenia, even multi-personality disorder. And lithium usually helps with those type of disorders, but we also actually see the clocks rewind when you're taking lithium as well. Due to kind of affecting that molecular aging process within the cell itself. So that one will be interesting to study and follow up on.
That is an entire rabbit hole that I wanted to briefly go down with you. But lithium tends to be one of the minerals that's more prevalent in certain waters around the world that are often associated with longevity. It tends to be low dose lithium, and I like low dose lithium. I'm not sure if I'd want to use a higher dose of it for other reasons. But what are you seeing in terms of, I don't know if that study looked into low dose lithium at all, or if it was only like clinical dosages, higher dosages. And then also the rabbit hole is around the blue zones in general, what your thoughts are on those.
Yeah, it would be low dose lithium. Absolutely. So to answer that question there, the blue zones are so fun. They're so great. They're interesting to learn about. I think they create really awesome populations that we can study and look at. I think it's missing a bigger picture though. My hot take on it is